So hello
Great.
everyone. I'm very happy to be part of and representing Vattenfall and Seagust today, and we're happy to be part of the Now Accelerator program. Very excited about that. Just to introduce a bit about ourselves, we are a strong partnership. Vattenfall is a very experienced offshore wind developer in North Europe, was one of the pioneers, and have focused then in North Europe, and today mainly what has been developed is of course bottom fixed projects. Seagust is a fairly newly started company in Norway, offshore wind developer, but we have an experienced management team and we are backed by two industrial owners, Ferd and Arendal Fossekompani. The way we're working, I mean, I think as developers, we want to collaborate very closely with suppliers and innovators, R&D institutions, and also governments to make the offshore wind market develop and grow and to solve challenges. And of course, we're working on some of the challenges to present that we will put forward in this accelerator program. But some of the topics that we're discussing now is really how do we industrialize floating foundation manufacturing, everything around floating offshore wind, how to do designs, operations, digital monitoring, and so forth. Ensuring we have the supply chain capacity. Reduction of levelized cost of energy is a core component, of course, of everything that we do. And that's not only about cost reduction, but it's also about uptime and ensuring full-time availability, skilled labor, and also everything around sustainability and coexistence. I think both Vattenfall and Seagust, we have a very high focus on ensuring that what we do will have a minimum impact on the environment and that we can work in the best possible manner in coexistence with other users of the ocean space. And lastly, my colleagues from Vattenfall will also present that going forward is really how they work, is that we're not only focusing on the Norwegian market, but we are focusing on opportunities that can scale across all of the portfolio of projects that we have in the Vattenfall and the Seagust organization. And for Vattenfall, it's basically 4.5 gigawatt that is in operation or under construction, and an additional 13.3 gigawatts, which is in development. So it gives a potential to scale within the company and the consortium. And I think also we are acting in the common interest and want to find solutions that can be brought to the market in general. We are not the owner of technology, we're a developer, and we are happy that the technology can be brought forward and used also by others. So if you go to the next slide. Okay, so a little bit about Seagust. As I mentioned, we are then a Norwegian developer of offshore wind, and the management team, I'll come back a bit to who we are, is experienced, and we are also backed by solid owners. So Seagust was established in 2021. We have focused mainly on the Norwegian market, but we will also look abroad, and we have experience also from working abroad previously in the management team. Our owners are Ferd, which is a private investment company, the largest family-owned investment company in Norway. That has a high agenda to work towards positive impact. So they have invested large part of their portfolio on positive impact. Arendal Fossekompani is a stock-listed company originating from hydropower, but also industry development. And both of these companies have a history dating back to the 19th century. And the portfolio of companies that is kind of within this same owner of investment is quite broad and also significant. So Able is one, which is a leading player within HVDC and engineering. Volue in power trading, North Ammonia, which is doing power to X. So we have a high point also in hydrogen, which is power to X. And we have in the wind and offshore wind space, Shoreline, which is a software developer, and Polytech, which is doing material for leading edge protection and so forth. So several of these portfolio companies that we are also collaborating with. And I think also both Ferd and Arendal Fosse Company are interested to find other investment opportunities. They're also investing in venture companies that we can kind of collaborate with when we see opportunities. Okay, so this is who we are in Seagust. So Simen Elvestad has power experience back from more than 30 years and has been in offshore wind since 2008. Vilde Bjerknes, working on sustainability, has more than 20 years experience from the energy market and sustainability. And I myself have worked with international investments and financing of infrastructure for 20 plus years. So that's basically the core management team. And lastly, I think, as I said, we work and believe that we will not solve this alone. We are very open to work together with suppliers to find good solutions, R&D institutions, and also I think the way we work in Norway is that we work very closely with the government to develop the good frameworks and to find sort of support mechanisms. I think we have a common interest here among the developers and among the government and the suppliers to develop a strong supply chain and also to do the energy transition that we all need to reduce carbon footprint going forward. So I think that's it from my side. And then I'll see if my Vattenfall colleagues are ready with their other meetings.
Yeah, so we're sitting here in Oslo. So we have the nice opportunity to be here in Norway. And today we'll just give an overview of Vattenfall with a focus on the business area wind. Can do the next slide. I'll just introduce myself first. So my name is James McManaman. I'm the project director for Norwegian projects here at Vattenfall. And I've been relatively new to Vattenfall and previously working with Siemens Gamesa for 12 years, and then with Vestas for 4 years before that. So quite some time in the wind business. And then I'm here with Johanna. You want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure. Hello, my name is Johanna. I'm the technical project manager for our Norway projects, and with Vattenfall for more than 4 years and involved with the Utsira Nord project, for example, but other projects as well. I've also been involved in the MIO4 project, which we've just heard about.
Sure. So we'll start off with just talking about Vattenfall's strategy. So with the goal of improving the climate. So you can skip through because I think it's there we go. Yeah. So you get an overview on our focuses here at Vattenfall. Obviously, we're here today with the focus on offshore wind. So we'll talk a bit more about that. If we could go to the next slide, please. So you can see this is just a general view of Vattenfall, the business area wind. We've got 1,700 employees. Johanna was, when we were preparing the slides, she was quite excited that we're such a young company with the average age of 41. Unfortunately, I'm on the wrong side of the 41, and she's lucky enough to be on the other side. We've got 1,200 wind turbines, 7 countries, 35 different locations. We'll go to the next slide, please. You want to take this one?
Oh, for sure. So here you can see the highlights of our past 2 years. You might have heard of some of them. So we have inaugurated our Hollandse Kust South project, which was the first subsidy-free wind farm, and I think the biggest in Europe. So it's quite impressive. We have quite a few onshore also established, but I will skip those for now. And we have now finalized our Danish Kriegers Flak project, which is in the Danish Sea.
Yeah, in the Danish Kriegers Flak, there's an interesting story to that, that the project team actually managed to get the first wind turbine installed, and it was all going through the COVID period. So the execution team had never actually met in person, and they went out and installed the first turbines before they came together in person as a team. And the project was a success and finishing on time. So that was a big achievement for us during the Corona times. Speaks to our resilience. Next slide, please. You want to do this? No? Okay, so here's our renewable strategy in a nutshell. So you can see that not only are we doing the offshore wind in the countries we discussed, where we, with the strategy, we often go out and we do the developer. In some of the markets, for example, in Germany, we do the direct off-taker, and as the utility in Germany would then sell on the power, same in Sweden. And then we often look for an investor, sometimes going into the project, sometimes farming down later on. So Johanna and I have both been working on some hydrogen innovation projects. So that's definitely coming, more in, let's say, industrial scale going forward. And then we have quite a bit of onshore. And then we're doing some hybrid projects with solar and batteries as well. Next slide, please. Yeah, so this really speaks to Vattenfall. So Vattenfall has taken the approach that we want to remain focused in the Northern European market. You can see our presence in Finland, Sweden, Denmark, Germany, the Netherlands, and the UK. And our hope is that with the Utsira Nord, that we could also get a first stake in the ground here in Norway in the upcoming bid. And we've got some numbers here that you can read through about the development, construction, operational. And we see like our competitive advantages of being able to quickly adapt to the national energy policies. We have very strong supplier collaboration. Then we have the experience of driving down our O&M costs, and also our LOCE costs have really come down, and we see that also in the Holland Kust Zuid project, which was subsidy free. And we should be transparent here. So it's subsidy free, but of course in the Netherlands you are not responsible for the TSO. And well, now our goal is to come down the cost curve on floating technologies, and we hope to have the chance to do that in Utsira Nord. Next slide, please. Yeah, so we come to this conversation often. We're in Norway, of course. Equinor is very well respected here in Norway, and for good reason. But we also wanted to show that Vattenfall has quite some experience as well, both in projects we've built out as well as upcoming projects. So we tried to just show this here when we look at the market share of current projects and future projects in the pipeline. And I should point out, this is like ever fluctuating. So this is just a screenshot in time a couple of months back, but I thought it would be interesting to see. And yeah, it's nice that we have some of the other players here today and involved in the now Accelerator. It's often you're just coming across the same people and working for different companies within the wind business. It's definitely been my experience. And I just see us all working sort of towards the same goal, and it's somehow a family amongst even the competitors. So it's in good spirit that we show this. Next slide, please. Want to take this one, please? No, you don't have it. So we show here we try to show a portfolio view when we think about our projects. So for example, when we're doing the Now Accelerator, we're hoping that we'll be able to partner with some innovative companies, maybe also some smaller new companies that can bring something, but not only to, for example, the Utsira Nord project, but that we would spread it across. So if it was, let's just take an example, if it was a mooring line, new innovative mooring line solution, we would have the opportunity to, of course, apply that to Utsira Nord, but we'd also take it to Muir and in the future to Vidar and Poseidon if it was related to the floating technologies. And we would do that also with the fixed bottom, with our logistics solutions, with our O&M solutions. So always with this portfolio perspective, and when we have a good idea, we really try to spread it out across the market. And I think that's quite interesting for someone that we might partner with, that we are opening the doors to the Norwegian market, but also to the entire north of York market. Next slide, please. Yep. So here we talk about the ripple effects related to industrialization, R&D competency development, small and medium-sized businesses, and developing the supplier industry. And of course, I mean, it's with good reason that Norway puts focus now on the floating technologies. And as I said, we want to climb down that cost curve to make it an affordable form of electricity generation here in Norway. And I truly believe Norway has great potential now to do some of the shift from the oil and gas offshore work to the floating technologies. And yeah, I think Johanna and also our strategic partner here at Seagust and myself are excited about this journey here in Norway. So thank you for your time. If there are any questions, we're happy to take those on.